Hey, I'm back. I know it's been a while, but have you ever had those weeks where they just fly by and then you think at the beginning of the day, I should do this and I'm going to get it accomplished, and then you don't? Yeah, that's been me lately. But one thing I want to talk about in this video is, I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase, I heard it a few times, that comparison is the thief of all joy. And I think what that means is, how many times do we look at somebody else and compare ourselves, our lives, whatever it is, to theirs? You actually do it more than you think. In 2016, the Dove Global Beauty and Confidence Report said that 79% of young girls and 85% of women opt out of important life events because they don't feel they look good enough. Man, it makes me sad. It makes me sad, but it's not surprising for me to think that, because if you know my story, you know that was me. I was one of those. And I see it a lot. I see it in some my close friends and family, and they stay out of things or don't do something. And I sometimes wonder if it's because they just feel insecure with themselves about it, or maybe it's just something they don't really want to do. I think one thing as humans that we tend to do is we compare somebody else's best against our worst, and I'm here to tell you that's not a fair fight. So if you're doing that, please, 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 please stop. It is not good. It's not healthy. It's not an okay thing to do. I did it all the time. I will still catch myself doing it, I'm not perfect, but I've come a long way in all of that. Basically what that means is just a couple examples. So I would take something that somebody had done, and if it was something that I couldn't do or whatever, I would automatically think that made me less of a person, which is so weird to think about. Instead of focusing on what gifts I did have to offer, I just focused on who I wasn't, instead of embracing who I was really created to be. Rachel Hollis, I don't know if you've read or listened to any of her books, she did Girl Wash Your Face and Now Girl Stop Apologizing. I have them both on Audible, and I'm on round number 2 of Girl Stop Apologizing. And she said in there, don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. I get that a lot in my job. At what I do is people saying, well, but you can do that. Yeah, I can do that, because you know what? I've been doing now powerlifting programs for about almost a year. So I'm going to have numbers bigger than somebody just starting. Not necessarily, because there are some pretty strong people I've come across, but in all aspects, don't compare what you're doing. That's what I tell them now. Don't compare your numbers now to somebody who's been doing this for a while, because everyone starts somewhere. And the social media out there, the social media world is full of highlight reels. I'm telling you right now. So if you were to walk into my house, probably not today because my mom cleaned it, but if you were to walk into my house on any given day, I can tell you, you're going to see dirty dishes in the sink. You're going to see stuff sitting on the island that when I get home, I want to freak out because it's sitting there, but it's going to be sitting there. You're going to see a basket of dirty laundry. You're probably going to see a basket of clean laundry. It just needs to be put away. But it went from like the bed to the basket to the bed to the basket. Anybody else have that issue? I know I do. That was one thing that I used to cut myself down on a lot, instead of just realizing that it's okay to not be meticulous. It's okay, because there are things that I like to do, and there are other aspects of the world of my life that require more of my time than that. So yes, I do. I have someone clean my house. My mom actually does, because she's retired now. But even before that, I did pay a cleaning service to clean my house, because I would rather spend the time doing other things than that. Judge me if you want. No offense. I don't care. Another quote I heard from Rachel Hollis, which has become the mantra of my life lately and describes a very important person to me, is she said in her book, Girl, stop apologizing. I am more worried about changing the world than I am of its opinion of me. So if you're out there and you're wondering that, oh, I can just imagine what people are saying, they're not. They're not saying anything probably. They're more wrapped up in themselves and what they have going on. So don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. You be you. Find your strengths, work on weaknesses, but focus on the positives. And we're all works of progress and nobody is perfect. And with that, I just hope you enjoy yourself. Enjoy the upcoming summer months if they ever show up. Embrace your unique gifts. You were created with them for a reason. And you be you. Have a great night. Talk to you later.